everyone, it's PTB Spotter here, and we're at Edinburgh Waverley. We're going to be seeing services from Scotrail, LNER, Crosscountry, Avanti West Coast, Transpennine Express, and one by Lumo. So yeah, let's get into the video. Departing out now is the 11:47 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley 2, Cowden Beef. And that was 158731. Departing out now is the 11:50 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley 2, Glasgow Central. 385012. Arriving in now is the 11:53 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Helensburgh Central. 334002. And the rear is 334019. Departing out there is the 11:56 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley 2, Glasgow Central. The front is 385011 and 385018. Arriving in at the same time is the 11:58 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Dunblane. (385105). Arriving in now is the 11:54 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Perth. 17396. And that train is absolutely heaving. Departing out now is the 11:59 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Dundee, which is 1783431. Departing out now is the 1200 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley 2, Glasgow Queen Street. The front is 385101. And the rear is 385111. Departing out now is the 1203 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Dunblane. 385105. Departing out now is the 1205 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Leven.
6 coaches. Platform 6 for the 1210 Scotrail service to Dunbar.
158736. And 158728. And arriving in at the same time is the 1206 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Glasgow Queen Street, which is 385122 and 385104.
For the 1211 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport. Calling at Lockerbie, Carlisle, Penrith, North Lakes, Oxenholme, Lancaster, Preston, Bolton, Manchester Oxford Road, Manchester Piccadilly and Manchester Airport. This train is formed of 5 coaches. Platform 12 for the 1211 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport.
Arriving in now is the 1210 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Glasgow Central. That was 385009. And departing out at the same time is the 1209 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Helensburgh Central. 334019. And 35012. Departing out now is the 1211 Transpennine Express starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Manchester Airport, and is 397008. Arriving in now is the is the 1203 Scotrail service from Leven terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley. 71. And it's 158721. Departing out now, I believe, is the 1215 Scotrail service starting here at Glasgow Queen Street, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street, which is 385104
385122
and 385122. And arriving in at the same time is the the delayed 12:07 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Dundee. 173.95. Arriving in now is the 12:22 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Glasgow Queen Street, which is 385-115 and 385-106. Arriving in now is the 12:27 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Dunblane. 385-114. Arriving in now is the delayed 12:22 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Leven.
This is a platform alteration. 12:50 Scotrail service to Newsgate, platform 17.
158733 and 158732. Oh, and departing out over there was the 12:28 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Central, which was 385-009. And departing out there is 173.95 on an ECS. And it's also with 158721. Off they go on ECS. Arriving in now is the 12:30 LNER service from Aberdeen to London King's Cross, which is 800-110.
This train is called 9 inches. Platform 2 for the 12:30 LNER Azul service to London King's Cross.
Arriving in now is the 12:31 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Helmsburgh Central, which was 334018, with the rear being 334.022. And departing out now is the 12:30 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street.
38106.
Which is
38106.
385106 and 385115. Arriving in now is the 12:35 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Glasgow Queen Street. 385119. 1 minute. And the rear being 385107. And departing out now is the 12:35 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Perth. And arriving in at the same time is the 12:37 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Cowdenbeath. And departing out at over there is the 12:35 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Dunblane, which is 385114. Departing out now is the 12:39 Scotrail service starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Helmsburgh Central, which is 334022. And the rear being 334018. Departing out now is the 12:56 Lumo service from starting here at Edinburgh to Newcastle. And it is 803002. As the lines are closed between Newcastle and York and Leeds. Arriving in now is the 1306 Crosscountry service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Newcastle. Two 22031. Departing out now is the 1308 cross-country service, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Newcastle. (220,009). And 220015. And there's 92018, that pulls the Caledonian Sleeper. Departing out now is an LNER service on an ECS, which is 801, 101 and 800 205. Departing out there was 385036 to Chillin. But I don't know the time for that one. Departing out now is the 1330 LNER service, starting here at Edinburgh to Newcastle, which is 801213. That's like one of the 800s, but it's an 801. Arriving in now is the 385007 and 385002, which is arriving on the 1330. On the 385007 and 385002 from North Berwick to Edinburgh Waverley. Made a mistake. That one there was the 1333 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Dunbar, which was 385007 and 385002. Departing out now is the 1341 Scotrail service, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to North Berwick, which is 385002 and 385007. And departing out now is the 1344 Scotrail service, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Tweedbank. (17471). Arriving in now is a Scotrail service from Tweedbank, terminating here at Edinburgh. 17452. Which is the 1351. 1351 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from Tweedbank, 17452. Arriving in now is the 1354 Scotrail service terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from North Berwick. 385043 and 385005. Arriving in now is the 1357 Scotrail service, Transpennine Express from Newcastle, terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley. (802.206). I meant Transpennine Express.
Platform 11 for the 1403 Scotrail service.
Arriving in now is the 1420 Avanti West Coast service, terminating here at Edinburgh Waverley from London Euston, which is 390.136. Departing out now is the 1435 Scotrail service, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Perth, and it is 170.451. Departing out now is 158736 on an ECS.
Departing east, departing central,
Departing out now is the 1452 Avanti West Coast service, starting here at Edinburgh to London Euston. 390.136. And what we just heard was also the 1452 Scotrail service, starting here at Edinburgh Waverley to Cowdenbeath. And they're going to be our final trains of the video, so I hope you've enjoyed it here at Edinburgh Waverley. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.